Hey YouTube, it's that dude named Dave, and welcome back to my channel. Before we get started here, you know I gotta do that price for admission. Click like, subscribe, and click on that bell notification below. Just need a little help with that YouTube algorithm like all of us here on YouTube here. So I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to do that. See, a few seconds, ain't trying to hold you up here. So today's video, we're coming to Kevin Samuels here, and this one is a good one I thought for the discussion, because normally we see the shock value, we see the trolls coming on, but I thought this woman called in has very, very good intentions here, and I thought it'd be good for the Discord here. So let's get to the video and make it make sense.
You.
Good. What do you got for me?
The question was very hard.
At what age do you feel like your weight? At what age do you feel like your man options start to end or run out?
25.
Okay.
That's young. You don't hear that too often.
Why do you think? How old are you, by the way?
25.
She looking for a man, y'all. She tired of being out here in the streets.
And I just think it's because there's just so many women that want the same kind of men. Like, you know how you talk about
Facts.
women that want guys that are all the way up there in the 300,000s plus. I'm like,
Yep.
well, I mean, it sounds good, but it's not. We can't all go.
All women want the top percent,
So,
but there's only so many of us, right?
No.
She recognizes that.
It's hard. But
Well, what was the longest relationship you've ever had?
2 years,
And when did that end?
2019.
So you were 23.
Yes.
Are you dating anybody now?
No.
She's
Do
single,
you
y'all.
want to be married?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like children?
Of course.
She wants shorties, y'all.
Some people don't. How many would you like to have?
Oh. Maximum of 3.
Maximum
That's me pushing it.
Okay.
You gonna get at least 2, fellas?
Just based on what you're saying, at 25 years old, want to be married, having 3 kids. By what age do you feel like you need to be married in order to
Good
make
question.
this happen?
27.
Okay.
Right around the corner.
Did you just turn 25?
November.
So you're almost halfway through.
Yes.
So
Let me stop here. Like, you don't hear many young people that call into Kevin's show, you know, she says, I'm 25 and my dating options are going down at 25. So she recognizing that, hey, this is not a good spot for me right now. I need to settle down and find a dude and get these babies and let's get on with this life here. So 25, she feels that she needs to be married by 27 to have at least 3 kids maximum. So you get at least 2 depending on the circumstances here. So she has some self-awareness here of what's going on here at a young age. Normally we'll see women call in, they'll be 35, 40 years old, want these same results. And we know you can't make that make sense. So let's continue on and see what else she's going to say here. Let's get back to the clip.
just by the math of it, at what age do you think you need to start hitting the gas?
Now.
Yeah, right now, Ma.
Now.
Okay.
Find your man right now.
If you're not seeing anybody.
Good
Well,
point.
there's COVID. 1.
What state do you live in?
Texas. What's that supposed to be?
You tripping. That's what that means. You tripping.
Okay, well, there's COVID. 1. I'm a
That's an
pediatric
excuse.
nurse.
That's an
I'm a
excuse.
Mad
Okay.
excuse.
That's an
Yeah,
excuse.
you're right.
It's an excuse. It's a red state. Texas has acted like it has not been a pandemic.
It really has. But I'm trying.
Fact, shout out to Florida and Texas, especially Houston, my Houston family that joined on this week. I rock with y'all. Thank you very much. But real talk, let me know. Houston, y'all were parking lot pimping for 2 years. Y'all were still getting it in. It didn't act like y'all had the panty down there. But here in Chicago, man, come to the loop. Come downtown. Barricades, cinder blocks. All you saw is cops and you saw tumbleweeds, man. And it looked like that Will Smith movie in I Am Legend. You know, it was looking pretty bad in parts of downtown Chicago. So if you're in a red state, I understand we didn't have much information. We were scared. We were nervous. A lot of fear mongering going on. A lot of things happened during the panty, right? But if you were there, you were going to work every day. You were living your life. So you can't use that excuse about not dating when everybody was still living their life. You know, I know it seemed like two different worlds here, but we got to make that make sense here. Let's see what else she says here. Let's get back to the clip.
Trying not to be
We
exposed.
just had a conversation based upon thought and reason, but now we're getting to the point to where when you have to start applying that, here comes the feelings. If you think you should be married by 27, at what age do you think you need to be found by your husband?
Now, honestly, yeah, if I'm being
Right now.
honest, I've just been indoors because I work with kids, so I'm trying not to expose my little kids. And that's it.
Do you mean somebody else's children?
Yeah, I'm a pediatric
Right.
nurse.
So you don't want to expose somebody else's children, but you ain't going to expose your ovaries to your children.
Interesting.
Right.
What I'm trying to understand is when women in general, black women in particular, are going to start taking relationships seriously.
That's a good point here. I'm stopping here because she mentioned all the good things here, but where's the urgency? She knows she put her own clock on herself. Like, I need to find this man now. I want to be married by 27. If you know these things here, but you're not actively pursuing that, then what are you doing? You're doing nothing. So there's the one part that says, okay, we rock with you. You know what you need to do. You're a young woman. But at the same time, though, where is the work? You know, I'm not a church person anymore, but for my Christian family out here, what is the line here? Faith without works is dead. You can want a man all you want. You can wish for a husband all you want, but where's the work where you're putting yourself out there to find said man? That is the key here. So let's get back to the clip.
I feel like I do.
Look at her body language.
The math doesn't support that, though.
See, her body language is shrinking
I'm
now.
open to it.
Pay
I just
attention to
haven't
that.
found somebody that I feel like we would match marriage-wise yet.
So, are your people from? Where are your people from?
Nigeria.
Okay. Hold the phone.
Oh, yeah, hold the phone. Get it steady. Like how I am right now.
If you went back to your grandmother and great grandmother at age 25, do you think they were as serious about life or more serious than you are?
Oh, good question.
Set the alarm for when?
That wasn't me, y'all.
I
You've
think they
been
were
back to
as
Nigerian women
serious.
of 1930 and 1910, 1800s. Do you think the women back then at 25 were more serious about life than you are?
Life when it comes to what, relationships or just in general?
Just from a maturity standpoint.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So is it really the men?
No, that's not.
She ain't blaming
I
us, y'all.
didn't say it was.
There's some accountability
What
there at
I'm trying
least.
to get, what I'm trying to have get women to understand is, if you know you want something, especially career women, you know you need to go to career, go to school and do this, do that. You know you need a plan. At what point are you going to start approaching a man with a plan? Because you say at 27, okay, the way you're talking right now, moving right now, it'll never happen.
Got that right.
Or not 3 kids? How long? Okay, let's just do this. Your boyfriend when you were 21 or whatever, where'd you meet him at? The one you had for 2 years
School.
at school.
Mhm.
Right. So if the university had to bring him to you. But see, that's what it means. Now you're outside of school. You're in the world, in the
Right.
big wide ocean.
Mm.
And no man is going to just swim up to your door. And unfortunately, so many women that share your reflection, young black women, they just kind of just out here like, ha 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 ha, ha, like it's no big deal.
Let me pause here. He made this point here, and now it's kind of making sense for me. See if I'm off base here, right? So she's 25 and she feels the urgency to find her husband, right? So here she is now. She found her ex last year's relationship in college. Said the university found your man at this time here. So what he's saying is that women, when it comes to your sexual marketplace, that for your peak of finding the man, you know, you're youth between 20 to 26 years old, give or take, right? You're in college for a portion of those years. So if you're in college, you're exposed to more men than ever in your entire life. And if you're working too, it's the whole gambit. Whether you're in the quad, the English department, math department, you go into the football and basketball games, you got homecoming, you know, whatever is going on, you're exposed to more people of the opposite sex you ever will be in your entire life. And then you will be at your highest sexual value marketplace. But what happens though, when you graduate, all those people you used to see are no longer available. You don't see them anymore. Why? Because you're working 5 days a week, 6 or 7, depending on the job you have. You're out of school, you're working full time, and you're not trying to have those same relationships in your workplace. You ain't trying to be out there with, you know, the office, you know, 304, you know? So it makes sense now. She's away from college. Her marketplace is going down now, and now she feels the urgency. But where, you know, she feels it, but where's the urgency? Let's get back to the clip. Am I off base here? Let me know.
And you're wasting your prime
And look at her body
years.
language, right?
And then you look up at 30 years old and be like, "Where are all the good men at?" Well, why'd you break up with your first boyfriend?
Yeah, why's he
boyfriend
gone?
of 2 years.
Distance.
I
He
mean,
moved to a different country.
He moved.
huh?
He moved to a different country for work.
How old is he?
He should be 35 now.
Okay, so he was 10 years older than you.
Mm,
Mhm.
okay.
Did he want to marry you?
We talked about it.
Interesting.
Did he want to marry you?
Yeah.
So you broke it off with him.
Yes.
Damn shame.
Uh-huh.
She wrecked her relationship.
See, people, I don't make this up. I don't make this up. Y'all can get mad at me, but
Now it's starting to add up here. You see that here? Her man left the country, had a job. She didn't follow him. They talked about marriage. So ladies, let's think about here. She said distance, but here's a situation here that she could have followed him probably here. Am I off base to knowing that if he's going to leave the country, I would think it'd been a good job offer, a lot of money to leave the States, right? Because most men ain't going to leave their home unless that job is on and popping. We about our business here. Let's continue here and see what else is going on here. Let's get back to the clip.
I'm talking to a young black woman who was dating an older man who was marriage-minded, wanted to marry you, and you broke it off. So he went on about his business and went to a different country, and you sitting here taking care of somebody else's kids.
And talking to Kevin.
Make it make sense.
Look at her body language. Is he lying?
Because
The truth hurts.
likely you probably thought, like many women I'm talking about, that I could find another one. Damn,
How old was what?
it would have been long distance if you were with your husband. You would have been there.
You see that? Yes. So she's trying to justify like he left. So since he left, how do we do this relationship? We're going to do this long distance thing, you know? Are you going to fly back home, you know, these months here? I'm going to fly there. We'll see each other on holidays. We ain't got to do all that. I'm leaving the country. This job is on point. It's going to take care of us. Come follow me. We talking about marriage. You want kids too. Come follow me. She didn't want to do it. She wanted to do long distance. Never going to work. She let him go. Back to the clip. Look at that body language. She know he's right.
Well,
No,
you're right.
exactly.
There, see? She finally owned up to it.
Right.
Ooh, accountability's
So
hard,
this
ain't
is
it?
why I don't have. This is why I can have empathy for a lot of women, but I don't have sympathy for you. Because you look the very men you want, and you wreck your own homes. You were with a man who was 10 years older than you, who you said wanted to marry you, but you broke it off with him, and you're going to try to use distance as an excuse when Marisol Mylene Anu would have married her man and went on to another country and started a family.
They ain't letting him go. They following him.
So if you don't find another man in a time frame, it's not as though life did not give you an opportunity.
Right.
And I'm going to stop the video here. I think it's a good place to stop because it's a little bit longer here. I'm going to post the link in the description. I know y'all get on me in my earlier videos when I didn't post a link. I'm brand new in this here, so work with me here. But I think this is a good place to stop here. I want food for thought on this one here. Am I off base earlier? So here's the one thing. At least that when she called in and then by him drilling his questions in, there's some form of accountability, but it hurt. You see how she was, her body language is in the chair. He wasn't, he didn't yell at her. She didn't overtalk. She was a very good caller. But the thing is though, is that she knows what she wants because she messed up a couple of years ago. She had a dude, obviously that she still thinks about him because the way she was answering those questions, she's probably thinking, man, I should get on the flight 12, 14 hours and holler at homeboy. So ladies, if you have an objective to get married like this woman here, you have to make the numbers work, add it up, and to see what is the end goal. Here's a 25-year-old who wants to be married by 27, which means that she needs to get on her job, be more persistent, and find your man. If you're not gonna find your man, you can't have 3 kids because the clock is ticking. We have to treat relationships the way you wanna treat your careers. You go to school, you study, you have your homework groups, trying to get straight A's, be valedictorian, cum laude, whatever the case may be, right? And what happens is you're happy you get your degree, you get your job, you get your little starter, get your starter place. But are you putting that same effort into finding the man who's supposed to be with you for the rest of your life? Make that make sense. And let me know what you think here. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know about this woman here. Let me know if Kevin is off base or if I'm off base. I want to hear from y'all. So until next time, I'm that dude named Dave. See you, YouTube world.